too insecure and not confident enough. I think like I was 100% just trying to like get to know Max. Did you ever leave Maryland? I realized that you can move anywhere, but you take yourself with you. So are you ever gonna get a dog? I'm like in awe of her constantly. Oh, like makes me tear up to think about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm gonna do my first ever Q&A. I love watching these on YouTube, but I've never filmed one myself, and I feel like it might be kind of a nice way to get to know me. I know some of you follow me over on Instagram, so you probably get a little bit more insight into my life, but if you just follow me on YouTube, I feel like it might be a nice way for us to get to know each other. So I asked over on Instagram what questions you guys have, and I got a few responses, so this is kind of fun. I'm just gonna answer them probably as quick as I can and get through as many as I can. By the way, I'm Carla. If you're new here, I am a plus size lifestyle and fashion blogger. I make videos all about my life and fashion and anything I'm kind of interested in at the moment. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, for the first question, I got this one a few times, so I thought I'd answer it first, which is, why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? So I have always loved YouTube. I was really into makeup YouTubers back when I was in high school, and I used to watch them religiously, like on my iPod Touch. I was committed, and I always wanted to do it, but I was just too insecure and not confident enough. There was definitely not very many people talking about being plus size or curvy at the time, so I felt totally like that would not work. So then fast forward several years, I had quit my job and I was a full-time entrepreneur working for myself. I'm a videographer, so I have a lot of video experience, and I kind of think I became a videographer because I loved watching YouTube so much. I've always been just like so into video, but I had some more time, so I started doing a few vlogs, and if you look back, you can still find them, but I never really like stuck with it because YouTube's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort. So at sort of the end of 2020, I decided I was gonna do YouTube and I was gonna give it a full run. I was gonna make YouTube videos every week, and I've already started to notice that like my videos are getting more views and people are seeming to like them, which is so encouraging because I honestly love it. This is like the highlight of my week, is filming and editing YouTube videos. I obviously still have my business on the side, so I have to fit it in with that, but I just love doing YouTube. I would love to be doing even more YouTube videos. It's just like I just don't currently have the time to do more than one, maybe two a week. But yeah, that's why I decided to start my YouTube channel. Over the past few years, really grew my confidence and felt much more confident starting YouTube channel. It's still pretty nerve-wracking, but I'm so happy I did it, and I feel like it's only March and I already feel like I have already made up some ground and I'm excited about it. So I hope you guys will continue watching and subscribe if you haven't. Okay, the second question, what are you looking most forward to this summer? So I feel like this is kind of, people are thinking like post-pandemic life, we'll see. Honestly, the biggest one is going to the lake. I just want to be at the lake every weekend. If you don't know, my parents have a lake house. I'm very, very, very lucky to get to go there as much as I want during the summer, and I want to like live there as much as I can. That being said, my other thing I want to do this summer is grow a garden, and those two things can be kind of hard to do at the same time. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can be at the lake like all weekend, like floating in the water or on the boat, and then during the week tend to my garden. But those are the two things I really want to do this summer. Okay, this is kind of a funny one. Someone asked, how did you meet your husband, Max? So my husband, Max, and I got married last April with a little COVID wedding, and we have known each other and kind of dated for actually over 10 years. So we met actually through a 4-H club. I don't know if people know what 4-H is. This is always funny, but people don't always know this. But we had some mutual friends that were both in this 4-H club. 4-H is kind of like Boys and Girl Scouts kind of thing, but it's co-ed. And he had joined the club, and so had I, and the mutual friend we had to go do something, so we ended up just like sitting next to each other, and we ended up just like chatting and talking. I still remember like what we were talking about, and it's so funny because we just kind of like hit it off right away, and we were talking through the whole meeting, which you're not supposed to do, and we got like scolded a few times, and then that same group of friends, we like did a few things together, but I think like I was 100% just trying to like get to know Max, and so yeah, we hung out a few times as a group, and then he finally asked me out on a date, and we went to Potbelly's, which is a sandwich shop, and to the movies. I don't even know what we saw, but it was really fun. And then like a few weeks later, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and we've pretty much dated ever since. So when we got married, we had been dating for 9 years, but it will be 10 years at the beginning of April. Okay, the next question is, what is my night routine? So I don't know, I have a pretty I feel like pretty simple night routine. Generally, Max and I end up lying on the couch watching TV. We've been really into Discovery Plus and watching the Lost Kitchen series on there. You guys should check it out, it's really good. I mean, it's not like anything crazy, but it's just like a cute show to watch. So after we're done watching TV, we'll normally come upstairs and I wash my face, do a kind of a quicker skincare routine, brush my teeth, all that jazz. And then I like to get in bed and read for like a while, normally at least like a half hour. Right now I'm reading Red, White, and Royal Blue, I think is what it's called. It's really good. It's a little racy, but it's really good. And then normally I go to bed, so it's nothing too insane. Honestly, we eat dinner, and sometimes we eat dinner on the couch, sometimes we eat dinner at our table, but, and then sometimes I have like an ice cream cone or whatever while we're watching TV, but that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't have any kind of like special teas or anything like that I do. I just wash my face and get in bed and read my book. Okay, this one, have you ever lived anywhere else? So this is kind of hard to answer, but I have lived in London for 4 months while I studied abroad, and it was like one of the best experiences of my life. I made 2 of my closest, dearest friends, and had like the time of my life. I still think back to that and think like, I can't believe I got to even do that. It was so fun. I would really recommend studying abroad. The funny thing is that studying abroad actually, I feel like, made me more happy to live where I live, because I realized that you can move anywhere, but you take yourself with you. So most of your I feel like a lot of people kind of glamorize moving away, and I'm sure it's great for some people. Just for me, it was kind of like, I love being with my family and my close friends. And so studying abroad took me away from a lot of those people. It was still an amazing opportunity. I just don't think I would want to move anywhere long term, which is funny because one of the other questions is, would you ever leave Maryland? And I'm not saying never, like maybe never say never, but I don't think so. I don't think we will. Someone else asked, how did you find your house? So we bought a house in December of 2019, and we renovated it in February, and then I moved in March. And we found our house actually through family friends. So our family friends built and owned this house, and they were telling us how they wanted to sell, so we were able to actually buy it from them, which was really awesome because it wasn't quite as competitive. And we love our house. We're really, really grateful. Truthfully, our house is bigger than what we need right now, but it is something we plan to grow into. And we plan to be here a long time. We're really close to both of our parents. We're actually like 10 minutes from both sets of parents, and my sister and brother-in-law. So that's kind of perfect for us. And I love our backyard, and there's a few things I would change about our house, and there's things I hope to change in the future. But all in all, I'm really, 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 really grateful to live here. Okay, this question is, how do you stay motivated? Which is kind of funny because I don't know if I'm necessarily the most motivated person, honestly. Generally, the biggest thing I do is just kind of keep myself busy. I feel like if I get in the habit of like, you know, being lazy or whatever, I kind of stay in it. I don't know, maybe that's not a good answer, but I try to take weekends off, which is really helpful because it gives you a break between going back to work. When you own your own business, it's really easy to work on the weekends, and sometimes I have to because I'm shooting something or whatever, or like need to catch up. But for the most part, I do my very best to not work the weekends so that I can kind of relax over the weekends, and that makes it much more, you know, much easier to be motivated during the week, is to try to get everything done before the weekend. I also try to give myself deadlines. Like when I wanted to launch my new website, I was like, I'm launching it on my birthday. So I forced myself to just push through, because projects like that can be really hard, and it can be hard to like force you into it. Like with these YouTube videos every week, I tell myself I want to post one Wednesday or Thursday of every week. So that is my motivation to just go ahead and film it, edit it, get it ready to go, and upload it, because I give myself a deadline. Okay, this is funny. Someone said, are you ever gonna get a dog? I think it's so funny because literally every young married couple I know, or even just like dating couple, they all get a dog when they live together. And I don't think we're going to, at least for the next few years. I mean, in the next few years. I think we will eventually, but We love that we are able to pick up and leave and do whatever we want, whenever we want to. I mean, the house is already a lot of responsibility, but thinking about having to take care of a dog is just a little bit too much. I mean, we'll see. Maybe we'll change our mind, but it's really nice that we can just like go on vacation and we don't have to worry about anything else. I could see us definitely having a dog though when we have kids, because that is something that I think is fun to grow up with. Like, I grew up with a dog. We got one when we were like, I think I was like 10 or something. And I think that was great. So I just think we'll probably do kids, then the dog. Chai tea break. Okay, the next question is, who is someone you admire? This is so hard because there's like a lot of people I could put down for this. But the person that honestly daily inspires me is my sister, Emily. Not only just because she's a mother now, which I feel like puts her on like a totally different level of like, what kind of superpower do you have to like take care of a human all day long and like keep your house clean at all or do anything else. I don't know. It's just, I'm like in awe of her constantly. But also because she works on herself like personally and is like so committed to self-development. She has like identified the things that she wants to work on, and she is like tirelessly working at them all the time. I feel like sometimes she like doesn't give herself a break enough, but she is definitely someone who like inspires me by having great boundaries, for having great like relationships with people. Like, she just has so many friends that love her, and she has like this captivating personality that people want to spend time with her. I think, yeah, she definitely inspires me. If I were to give a second person to this, I would say my grandmother, Judy. She was actually technically my step-grandmother, and she passed away a few years ago, but she was just the most kind-hearted person. She had nothing but lovely things to say about literally everyone. I sometimes was like, where are the negative thoughts that you have? Because I'm sure you have them, but like, she would just compliment you on like the most deep, amazing things constantly. You just always felt so loved in her presence, and I every day want to be more like her. I just want to like be similar to her and have her kind of disposition, because she was so fun to be around. I remember just like getting home from school and seeing their car in our driveway and being so excited, because her and my grandfather were just the most loving people in the whole world. Okay, my sister actually asked me this one, which I think is telling, but she said, do you want to have kids? Which is funny because she's always pushing me to have a baby, even though we are nowhere near ready for that. I do want to have kids. I want to have a few. I don't know exactly how many, but Max and I talk about kids all the time. I am so excited to be a mom one day, Lord willing, but not right now. I think the pandemic, at some point, I was like, we should just have a baby, but no, that's a bad idea. Now I like see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm like, no. I don't even want to get a dog. I definitely shouldn't have a baby. And my plants are like holding on for dear life. So I don't think I need a baby anytime soon, but I love being an aunt. It is the best. And I get tons of baby snuggles whenever I want them. And then I give him back and I go home and sleep peacefully all night. Okay, I'm gonna do this as the last one, and it says, if you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be? This was like, one of these is so easy, the other 2 are so hard. The first one is my brother. I would have him over for dinner. Oh, like, makes me tear up to think about it. That would just be so, it would be so amazing. I miss my little brother every day of my life. If you don't know, my brother passed away in 2018 when he was 21 years old of a fluke heart problem, and he is literally like the person I think of all day long, every day. He is like, I feel like he's just my angel in heaven, and if I could see him again, I don't even know how I would react. I have dreams about that sometimes, and it is the craziest thing, because he still feels so real to me that I forget he's gone sometimes. It's crazy. But anyway, I would have dinner with Jack, and I don't even need 2 other people. But if I had to pick 2 other people, I'd probably pick Taylor Swift for much less deep reasons, just because I like her. And I think it'd be cool to actually know her, because she's someone who I really like her and I love her music, but I feel like I don't know her, and I like kind of want to. And then third, okay, this is kind of the same reason. I would have my grandmother Judy, because I just love her and I would love to see her again, and I would love to ask her so many questions, because I feel like she could give the best advice. So that's kind of a deep answer, but I would have those family members and maybe Taylor Swift. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it kind of fun. I would love to do these again and maybe do them like once a month or something like that, because they're really fun to film and it's fun to kind of think about these answers. Be sure to comment down below who you would invite over for dinner, because I'd love to know. I feel like there are a million great options, but those are just my ideas. Be sure to subscribe and follow along over on Instagram. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much. Bye.